My name is Michael Lugo. I am the second oldest of six. My dad was in the military, so growing up, we moved around a lot. And then when I was about 9 or 10, we moved to North Carolina, and my family bought some property where we now have a family farm. So me and my siblings grew up having to take care of animals and be the primary labor source on the farm, which I didn't really appreciate at the time, but now looking back on it, I really appreciate having kind of that structure as part of our life and also having to develop that work ethic. There had been points growing up where I had thought about, maybe God's calling me to be a priest, or that is actually a possibility for me, but it wasn't something that I was really incredibly interested in, or it wasn't something that was on my mind a lot. But after going to Pilates days and kind of learning about the life of a priest and seeing these priests and seeing these seminarians, I started to have this feeling of like, that's really cool. And also being attracted to this idea of the priest living an undivided life. He doesn't go to work during the day and then come back to his family at night. And he's not, so that he has more of an undivided life where everything he's doing is dedicated to the service of our Lord. He doesn't have a career. He lives his life, and the whole life is just this unified service for our Lord. And I found that very attractive. Gosh, what has it been like? It's gone by really fast. I'm sure everyone's been saying that, but it's definitely time to move on, and not in a bad way. Just looking back on myself when I've entered, Father Cal tells the guys when they enter, you won't recognize yourself in 4 years, and I guess I didn't really understand what that meant then, but looking back now, I understand how far the Lord has brought me, and all the change and growth that He's brought about in my life. And so you can kind of tell that it's time that I've accomplished here what I was supposed to, and it's time to move on to the next step, continue to pursue our Lord. And it's also very surreal putting on the Roman cassock and the collar for the first time, because graduating from College Seminary and with candidacy coming up, it's more of a serious commitment to pursuing holy order. So when I put it on and kind of checked my collar in the mirror and everything for the first time, it was like, wow, this is God willing. This is these are the clothes for the rest of my life. This is the kind of shackle of grace that I'm putting around my neck. This dedication of my life to the Lord, saying like, I'm gonna keep following you, and I'm committing to you. Obviously, continuing to follow His will, and for all the guys who have graduated, maybe not all of them are called to the priesthood. Maybe God will call them elsewhere. But to take that next step in the pursuit of our Lord is it's very surreal, but it's a huge blessing to be able to have come this far.